Hello everybody and welcome back to Letton Farm. So later on today, around 10 or 11 AM, we're going to be heading over to the show, which is just over there, as you can see. It looks like everything is set up and ready to go. It does open at 8, so it's actually open in half an hour, but I do have a job to do before we can go over there. Also, we don't really need to be over there for too long, because it doesn't look like a massive show, although what I have seen of it, it does look quite impressive. So, I'm going to entertain you for the next hour with a bit of watching paint dry. Yes, I'm going to get on with this, don't worry, you're not going to have to watch it dry. It's going to be yellow. I've got the yellow paint. We bought it yesterday, quite expensive, but yes, we've got the paint roller. All I have to do is just top coat this. It should look quite good, because, well, yesterday I put the treatment on, today we did the top coat. So I'm going to crack on, see you in probably an hour's time. It's funny, you don't really realise how much there is to do until you start doing it. Yeah, you always forget the back. In fact, I didn't really have to do the back. I have treated it, but then again, yes, I should have done the back. So I am going to do the whole thing, make it look nice and neat. So I'm just going to have a very quick break. You can see that's where I've got to. Using a roller definitely gives you a nice, precise line, instead of a brush, which just puts streaks everywhere. But even so, it still takes a long time. So anyway, before I just update you again in a minute, I must just say, I looked at the weather forecast, and worryingly, there does seem to be some truth to the amount of rain which is coming in the next week or so, or in fact next few days. Yeah, so I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should evacuate the other farm because it's got the sheep in it. It just doesn't seem severe enough. The forecast isn't great, but at the same time it isn't really bad. Anyway, let's continue. It's looking much better though. You have to admit, it looks much better than it was before. So very soon I will be finished. I'm going to be seeing yellow for days. On the plus side, I've just finished the fuel tank. Yep, so it will soon start to weather a bit. It will never be as bright as that. You can see how this one's already started to weather. Once upon a time, that will have been like that. Yeah, as soon as it rains, the trees will put bits all over it, leaves and stuff. And it will probably get scratched by stuff, you never know, abrasive sand and grit in the wind. So, it looks good. Just a little bit too bright currently. We seem to have a second sun. It is the yard illuminator. So there you go, it is finished, and I'm not going to attempt to even walk past it because I'm bound to get paint all over me. So we'll go around and see the back side of it, and then we can head over to the show. It is going to be a case of taking the 135 over there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to enter, I'm probably a bit too late, I was a bit preoccupied with doing this, but I can at least put it on display, and people can appreciate the 135, which is just such a good tractor. But there you go. Completely finished. I don't think I missed anything. I even did the top piece there, so it's done. It's going to be prolonging its life, and it should last for many more years. So now it's time to get into the 135. I just need to remove the IBC. I don't think it would be very good looking with the IBC, and it's a great thing, but really for a show, yeah, a few drums of water don't look the greatest. So I don't think there's anything else I need to do. I'm a bit later than I was hoping to be. I thought I'd get there around 10. But 11 o'clock is fine, no problem at all. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. I don't think there is. So off we go. Let's go and show off the 135, and hopefully everybody likes it. I don't have a plough, so this is the reason why I don't think I can actually enter the plough competition. Unless somebody else there has just a spare plough, which they're willing for me to use, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just very interested in seeing what this show's got to offer, because there's not many shows around here. Typical, having to give way to a tractor. Unbelievable. Anyway, yes, let's just follow this tractor. It's a good idea. So, actually, I don't know if I should put my tractor in there. I don't even know where that's going to. I'll park here and see if I can speak to somebody and see what's happening here. Okay, so I just spoke to an event organiser. They said it was absolutely fine if I entered the 135 to display, and also to plough if I had a plough. Obviously I can't enter if I don't have a plough. It's sort of, yes, not really within the rules. To be able to enter a ploughing match, you do tend to have to be able to plough. Unless I don't know, get a piece of bent metal and stick it in the hitch, and then I can do a bit of subsoiling. I don't know. No, we'll have to do some ploughing if we can get hold of a plough. So we have some machinery in here. We also have emergency services in the event of an emergency. And wow, a very, very large plough just there. So we're going to put this probably with the other 135, which is just here. We can even compare them. Mine is a 2-wheel drive. I think this one here is a 4-wheel drive. It is. Yep, you can see the drive shaft coming through here. So, there's not a huge difference between them. I don't know which one I prefer. Do you prefer 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive? And also, the difference is as well, flat top fenders, curved fenders, or mud guards, whatever you want to call them. I think the seat is the same. Yep, I must be careful. This vlog is going to turn into a 135 comparison video if I'm not careful. It also does have a front grille, which looks quite decent. Yep, so they are quite similar, but at the same time they do have their own differences. So I think we'll start at the beginning. We'll have a good wander through, take a look at the machines that we have on display. So, yeah, I think they're all going to enter at some point. It's a 2-day event, but I've come today because I knew that it was going to be not very good weather tomorrow. So I think really today is the best day to come. And in fact, the weather this afternoon is supposed to turn. It's supposed to turn a bit showery, so we've definitely got the best of the weather today. Oh, a Massey Ferguson 20B. Not seen one of these before, I don't think. Looks very nice. None of these are for sale. They're all just for display and for the competition. That's quite big. 7530 premium. Oh, doors open. Nice. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, I wish I could afford one of these. I think it may be some time until I can afford a tractor like this. Very fancy. Very nice the owner as well to keep the door open so we can have a look. Yep, that is good. And it's got a 4-furrow plough on the back. Moving on, we have a Schluter or something. Quite a beast of a machine. It almost looks like a bull with the design. Looks very aggressive. Look at that engine. It's a V8. No, sorry, it's not a V8, it's a V12. Crikey. What a beast. That is a powerful thing. Nice. Obviously I can't ignore this. We do have some international machinery here as well. So we have a freight liner, which I don't know anything about, but it looks good. And clearly very impressive, this European style Scania V8 with a very nice trailer. So that's an R something something something. I can't see, the grill is completely in the way. It's an R something. Well, I never found out, but apparently a passerby just said it's a 730, an R730, which would make it around 730 horsepower. Yeah, that's a beast of a trailer. Got those lights and everything. Wow. Wow, that is something. We then have a Unimog. And, yeah, I can't get over this thing. The Cummins diesel. Probably the rustiest tractor on display, yet most likely, without a doubt, the most powerful. Look at the size of the plough it's got on. A brand new Salford. Model 6200. I must just speed up because we have been taking some time now. That's the Hurleyman that we just followed in. 7810 John Deere. With again a 4-furrow plough. Looks really decent. Are they going to turn a beacon? They're going to have a flat battery. Must be for display purposes. A 3090. Again, looks like a good plough, but it's not reversible. It's just, yeah, non-reversible, obviously. And we also have a Burrer and a Lindsner. Back to the beginning. So, quite a range of machinery. There are also 2 which are currently ploughing. Yeah, it's interesting looking fit. It's actually got a ripper or a subsoiler thing on here, mole plough. So it's not really trying to do it for how straight it can go. But it's quite a nice machine to look at. The Fiat Turbo 160/55. Well, this is where we have a bit more competition, I think. Some very serious driving going on here. Keeping that plough as straight as possible. Getting perfect furrows, covering the ground evenly. Don't want any rubbish left on the surface. And I've got to say it's doing a very good job. That does look good, although I'm not a judge. Whether or not I could beat them, I don't know. It also seems like quite a big plough for that little dude's tractor. But yeah, he seems to be good at what he's doing. Despite the wheel slip. Looks really good. I'm tempted to give this a go. I wonder if I can just get hold of a tractor from somebody. Seems very good. So they've got this whole area laid out for ploughing. It looks like, well, we've got some sand tracks. They didn't cultivate this up just in case. I would imagine I objected to it. They couldn't really fill my grass field with gravel. Sand would wash away. But, yeah, they haven't really used as much as I was expecting. I guess this is like an overflow area. Anyway, let's see if I can get entered into... Oh, look at this. How did I overlook this before? Look at this mighty beast. Got some discs on the back. And, yeah, that's seen a few years of cultivation. Nice. Yeah, I think pretty much everything here is open, so you can sit in them. You can control the levers. So, it must just be like driving a mini digger sort of thing. Or any kind of digger, excavator. Well, I've just been speaking to a few other visitors at the show. Everybody's enjoying it. It's going down very well. But I have actually managed to maybe pull a few strings. Nobody actually allowed me to take their plough. They wouldn't let me take the plough and put it on my tractor. I guess they might have thought I was going to drive off with it. But the owner of the Massey Ferguson M20B or whatever it is, they have said that I can use theirs. Oh yes, it's not M20, it's just 20B. The 20B. And I like that it's got all the genuine filters on here as well. They really have spent some money on it. I think it is all resprayed. I don't think it's original. Now we could just climb in the back there. We could also just climb in the appropriate way. Oh, look at this. This part, this dashboard area, looks just like my 135. Oh, plough's already up. So yeah, let's go and do a bit of ploughing with this. What we've got to do is just have the perfect furrows. We want to stay straight. We want to make sure we cover everything. Nothing's missed. And I think this area here should be fine. Allocated areas all around here. So, let's just go for it. And I'm sure it's much more difficult than it looks. Especially with such a small plough. I've not seen Dennis or anybody here. Simon, nobody's appeared at the event as far as I'm aware. Maybe they're not really into ploughing. Dennis, I have no idea what Dennis is into. 1 second he's into farming, next minute he's into, I don't know, sending mysterious notes and stuff. But it does turn out that, yeah, the note which I was sent might come true. Which is quite scary. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not very good at this. I'm so good at it that I think I might have even had the plough the wrong way around. Well, I can soon sort that out. I can... yeah, that's putting the furrows the other way. Let's give this another go. Let's have a bit of a think about this. I probably don't have to turn it in that case. Yeah, it's a very difficult plough to use. I think that'll be alright. That's how it should be. Ploughing my own field here. There we go. Well, that's much better. As you can see, they're fairly straight. They don't look too bad. Especially considering I have just been ploughing the wrong way. That could be much worse. I don't know how much area I'm allowed to cover, because all this has to be judged. It could be worse. Yeah, it's not too bad. It actually looks really rubbish. But how have they done? Let's just see. They've obviously stopped because they've ploughed enough. Well, that's pretty good. And they were just, yeah, doing a bit of ripping. So yeah, that could be much worse. That's my effort for today. I want to see this thing work. I really do. They can't do too much ploughing each day because they have to have enough land left for the following day. So actually I think I've worked it out now. This piece here is for today's event. This piece over here is for tomorrow's event. Providing the weather is okay. Also, I've just been told that this tractor here, the Cummins diesel, is going to be doing a bit of ploughing with this. How on earth is it going to even manoeuvre in this area with this? I have no idea. But yeah, apparently 4:15. Oh no, 3:15, is it? It must be 3:15. Anyway, it's going to be moving very soon, I've been told. Yeah, I don't think we'd have its engine running if it was going to be another hour. Then again, 3:15 is now past. It's moving. I look forward to seeing this. I can't imagine it's going to do too much. It'll be very interesting to see. Now I wish I hadn't actually put the slurry on my field. Right, it's off. They are ploughing with it. They can probably only do one little bit every day. But that is impressive. Look at the working width on that. I never thought I'd have anything like that in my farm. That is just immense. And it's doing such a good job. Look how it's turning it all over. I'm probably coming across as a bit of a plough enthusiast here. But I could get my fields ploughed in no time with one of those. I like it, and I love that tractor. It's got so much power. Anyway, oh, it looks like it's going to rain. Absolute beast. And I've stopped it here just so anybody who wants to view it can do. I didn't even realise it had lights. I couldn't see them through the rust. But that is impressive. Non-reversible though, so although it can plough that in this little field, it's going to really struggle to turn it all around. Because you can't just flip the plough over, you do have to turn the whole machine around. That's going to be good fun. Good job, it's for demonstration purposes only. Anyway, I can see the sky, and I can see the forecast, and I'm not happy about it. So I'm going to go home. In fact, it's raining now, so yeah, we're going to have to cut it short, unfortunately. I have been very impressed by this event, and hopefully my judging is... well, hopefully the judges are fair with my ploughing effort there. There is going to be more ploughing. The rest of them are going to be ploughing into the evening, I think, unless the weather is just going to stop play. But yeah, the event does continue tomorrow. That was pretty good. I did enjoy that. Now the weather has just turned really miserable. Just as the note suggested. History will repeat itself, but this time like never before. Now I'm becoming a bit worried. Well, I don't want my 135 to get too wet, so I'll put it under cover. And yes, I did make sure I was bringing my 135 home and not the other one. I'm sure the keys are universal. I can imagine they do just take a Lucas key or something. Oh, they do indeed. They do just take a Lucas key. Nice. It is the sign of universal keys. So yeah, in theory I could have taken the four-wheel drive version for a spin, but I decided to keep it in place and not get arrested for joyriding on a tractor. Anyway, yeah, this is miserable. This is really miserable. I think I'm just going to have a very quick drive over to Simon's farm, just make sure he's in. Because I didn't see him at the event. I really did think he would go, but then again, he probably is only interested in looking after sheep and not really into the tractors and stuff. Make sure he's getting on okay. Good. Right, so yeah, the forecast is for sunshine again after the rain, so I really don't think it's going to be too bad. See if he's in. Oh, hello, Dagwin. What brings you around here? I was just popping over, just been to the event. Really good. Did you not go? Oh, no. Not really into farm machinery, to be honest. Much more into the livestock. Well, I did think you'd be more into the animals and stuff. But it was good fun until the rain started to come down. Not very good weather now. Yes, I was going to speak to you about that. Have you not seen the news now? They claim it's going to be about 10 inches in 2 days. 10 inches in 2 days? Well, they claim tonight, into tomorrow, and finishing in a few days' time. But I thought you said 10 inches in 2 days, not in a few days' time. No. That's just the calculation they have. They believe it will be even more. Really? What do you suggest? Do you think we should move the sheep to higher ground or what? Is it really going to be that bad? I just don't know. Leave it for today. Okay, well, I know how this farm flooded before. Huh? It flooded? About half a year ago. You mean to say we have this warning for flooding, and this flooded half a year ago, and you're doing nothing about it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. But what can I do? What can we do? Yes, you're right. What can we do? We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Well, I'll keep an eye on this forecast, and if things do seem to get really bad, I'll bring a livestock trailer down, and we'll get the sheep moved. I'll have to get my cows moved as well. Anyway, see you for today. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Yes, I'll be seeing you, Dagwin. I don't know why, but every time I go over to Simon's farm, I always just get this feeling that everything is going to go really badly wrong. I don't know why. I think he listens to the news too much. What I'm going to do is go home, have a hot drink, keep an eye on the forecast, keep an eye on the weather outside. I just hope I'm not going to be out here at midnight getting the sheep and cows loaded into cattle trailers and livestock trailers to take them to higher ground. I mean, I can do that, but I have a lot of machinery at risk here as well. I just can't believe it's going to flood again, because I must remind everybody, I can't remember how long ago he said, but it was Peter Wood, I think. It was either Peter Wood or it was Gary Turner. They said that it had flooded before, but it was many years ago. They actually said it in one of my vlogs. I might have to go back in my vlogs and find out. But it happened really rarely. So happening twice in a year, to me, just seems very unlikely. Anyway, we'll have to sit through this and see what happens. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you again soon. Bye for now.